In today's podcast episode, I talk about the mysterious one thing you have to do if you want to increase your sales. Hello and welcome to the Successful, Sensitive and Intuitive Entrepreneur podcast. My name is Lydia Sophia Wilmsen and I am an intuitive success mentor for sensitive entrepreneurs. In this podcast, I speak about the challenges sensitive and intuitive entrepreneurs face. I offer you new perspectives and solutions, as well as experiences of other entrepreneurs. Plus, I speak about my personal experience of being a highly sensitive person who has successfully built and scaled 2 businesses. All of that with the goal to make you and your business even more successful in your very unique and authentic way. Have fun and enjoy. And I have to break it to you right now and here. There is not the one magic pill which will bring you more sales. And I know this is what we all want. We all want the one solution which makes it all work for us. So I'm sorry to destroy this dream of yours. However, a very important factor of making more sales is actually selling. And this is the one thing so many sensitive entrepreneurs shy away from or even dread. Not only in the beginning, where it's often a big issue, if you have never had any sales, if you're new in your business. And I remember it from myself and from my clients. Selling really felt bad and yucky, not spiritual, more aggressive and forcing my service onto others, whatever I did, even though it wasn't the case. And with it came the wish that clients would just show up out of the nowhere, I would manifest people coming to me. I wouldn't have to do any selling. They just reach out and that's it. You manifest your dream clients with ease. You don't have to do anything. That's the big dream of sensitive entrepreneurs. And this is also what a lot of people market to you, that you just have to be in the right manifestation and the right energy and everything comes out of the blue to you. And sadly, it plays into that pain of selling. It plays into that feeling or idea that selling has to feel bad or feels bad and that you don't have to do it anymore. And I really want to take a different route today. And it also happens to people who are further on in that journey. So, for example, you have your normal income and now you want to sell higher ticket to people. And you might feel like in the beginning again. It is easy for you now to sell something for 1,000 euros or dollars, but for 10,000 or even 100,000, yuck, that's horrible. And it feels all over salesy again and daring, and you don't want to do it. Or you have to pitch your services to investors. You're all over at the same point than where you began. You have to sell. Why is selling, and I mean active selling and outreach, so important? I'll name you 3 points and I will explain all of them. But first I want to differentiate between active and passive selling. Passive selling means you are making some posts, you create content about your offer, you invite people, you send out a newsletter, you invite many people, and they have to take an action if they want to work with you. They have to click a button, they have to sign up for a free call with you, and then you sell something to them. But the first step is through basically you creating an offer where they have to click and they have to approach you. It's much easier for people because, you just have to put out the newsletter, a post, and let people come to you. And active selling, active outreach means you reach out to people personally. You connect with people, and this is what I'm speaking about here. This is what is much more challenging for people, to actually personally reach out to someone and say, look, that's an offer I have for you. You actively approaching and selling to people. Not that you don't have contact with the person and the person just have to click a button and buy something. No, that you speak to them either on the phone or via a message and get in personal contact with them. So what are the 3 factors why I think it is super, super important to practice selling and actually active selling, active outreach? The first one, it is a constant mindset practice. And you might cringe reaching out to people, how horrible. And there are limiting beliefs connected with it, you know? This is a perfect way to become aware of them and work on them. Because they'll be active anywhere in your life, not only when you reach out to people. There are always limiting and shadow beliefs attached to the fear of selling. I'm not good enough. What will other people say? I want someone else to do that. I want the savior rescuing me from that. I'm not good at that. My offer is not good. Or the imposter fear, the imposter syndrome. What if they find out that actually I'm really not good? I have no idea about what I'm doing. They will think I'm a bad person. They will think I'm just about money. What if my offer doesn't help at all? What if it doesn't work? Even though I have seen it working with countless people, but perhaps with that person not. And what then? What happens then? They will blame me in front of everyone else. Like this fear or those limiting beliefs, they can go into all directions. And those are all shadow beliefs, and they will show up in other areas of your life and your business. They are the ones that keep you actually small. So your job should be to stop focusing on how you hate selling and how bad selling is and you not wanting to do it, and instead start seeing it as an enormous catalyst for your own growth. I get you, I really do. I have been there. You'd rather have all the people reaching out to you. It's easier, but it's only easier seemingly. Because you will get there. You will get there to have this all automated and having people reached out and being fully booked or having the investors saying yes to you. You'll be there. But as long as you're not comfortable with selling, guess what? This will inhibit you. Not in that area alone, but everywhere. Because once you're comfortable with selling, it means you have worked through those limiting beliefs and they are not an issue for you anymore. And obviously, you might have a system where you don't need active outreach. For example, you have an online program with no interaction with others. It's an optimized process with opt-in, sales emails, and so on. And if that's your business model, then selling comes to you in other forms. You might inquire about credit for your business, pitch to investors, get new team members, etc. And there again, it comes in handy to be able to sell yourself because your company is an expression of yourself. So do you get me? We always sell. We sell our ideas, our desires, our behavior, ourselves in a good way. That's how we interact with other people. Therefore, learn to let go of your fears and start loving the process. And once you're a pro, not a sales pro, but a pro in owning yourself and your offer, selling will be easy and not an issue anymore. So we won't have to discuss it anymore, basically. Another factor is to see selling as an energetic practice. Reaching out, making an offer, selling, it's a whole energetic practice of its own. It is not about the outcome, if you make the sale or not. It is like telling the universe that you mean it and that you are in the game. Perhaps you remember when I talked about the 4 levels of consciousness in business. You can check out the episode if you want. It's number 8. And there is a difference between buy me consciousness. I have to make it work. I have to work hard. I have to follow a plan. If I do A, or I have to do A in order to reach B. And then there is through me consciousness, where I work with flow states and trusting intuition. And this is the same perspective shift that needs to happen here. You don't do the sales calls solely to create new customers. It might even be that you don't sell, but something like that you don't get a yes on the sales call, but something else happens that grows your business massively. An investment comes in, a new connection is being made, which brings your expertise into your company that you hadn't before. Whatever, it might be that it leads to something totally different. But doing the sales activity, doing the selling is an inspired action, which leads to something which will support your business massively. So stop treating sales calls and active outreach solely by numbers, like what's your conversion rate, etc. That's important, but that's only one part of the picture. See it as an energetic process of aligning with the next level in business, whatever that might look like. And at the same time, this form of detachment totally relaxes you. You don't have to feel salesy anymore, and you'll start loving to sell because there is no neediness for a specific outcome attached anymore. You do it because you love to connect with people, because you are inspired to help change lives with your product, with your service, with your offer. And you're opening up the energetic channel, so to say. You don't even have to be esoteric or something like that to see that happening. I have seen that with all of my clients who are like rather on the brainy side, who are very logical, who love to run tests, who love to do all of that. And once they started to incorporate that perspective, it gave a huge business boost to them and their business. So that was topic number 2. And factor number 3 is when you ask, you'll get an answer. If you don't ask, you don't get anything. The people who ask for what they want end up getting that at some point. They don't stop until they are there. The more no's you collect, the more yeses can follow. But a yes can only follow when you ask for it, and after getting no's as well. I loved how Rich Litvin, he's a coach for coaches and entrepreneurs, and wrote the book The Prosperous Coach. I'll put it in the show notes. Used the word no as an acronym for next one. Don't take a no personal. Just move on. Move to your next client, to your next prospect, to your next person you want to inspire and want to support. Focus on creating amazing conversations with people. And practice asking for what you want. This does not only help you in business, it helps you everywhere. Because we always expect other people to know what we want. No, we have to learn to tell them. And also expect an answer. You'll start getting them. You'll start getting no's and yeses. Selling is the life force of business. So it's time to fall in love with it and change the energy behind it. And this will change how the people you sell to will see it as well, because they are a mirror to yourself. So as long as you have all your limiting beliefs attached to it, guess what? You will get a reaction like that. They will mirror those fears to you, and you can work on them. And the freer you become, the more you own yourself, your offer, your product, your business, the more the reactions of people will change towards you. And when you love selling to people, they will love you for doing that. And they will love the whole process as well. It is always your perspective and your projection. So this is yours to change. I really hope I could shift your perspective today a little bit on selling, and then that you can start seeing the huge potential in it, not only for business, but rather for you personally in all areas of life. A short conclusion of the 3 points I mentioned. The first one is selling is a mindset practice. It will hugely benefit you in all areas of life and shifting your limiting beliefs. Second is that it is an energetic practice. It is not only about asking for the sale and getting a yes. No, it is a deeply energetic practice. And number 3 was you have to ask for what you want. Not only in selling, not only in business, but everywhere. And this is what you can learn and practice with selling as well. Did you like this podcast episode? Then I would be super grateful if you gave me a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. And please subscribe to the podcast and share it with the people who you know can benefit from it. You can find all links to my social media profiles, my website and contact form in the show notes. Also the link to the book I mentioned, The Prosperous Coach. And whenever you're ready to turn your business and life around, shift from hustle, overwhelm and stress to ease, effortlessness, and being fired up again, then apply for a free discovery call with me. Thank you for listening, and until the next episode, much love to you, Lydia.